superhero Texas in our script. It was written by Trinity.
If I could go back to the beginning, I would have never tried it.
I feel like I'm destroying my family, my marriage. I don't know how to quit.
I only started because I just wanted to measure up.
I just tried it because I wanted to fit in with my friends.
I feel so embarrassed that I'm struggling with this. I don't even know who I can talk to about it.
I just need you to help me.
I can't even make it through a workday without using.
It's all I can think about. I don't even like doing it, but I feel like I can't stop.
I want to quit before it gets to be too much, but everyone I talk to keeps telling me that it's no big deal. Everyone I know does it.
But my mom caught me doing it, and she's starting to get really worried about me. That's why I'm here today.
I've tried to stop on my own, but I just can't. Every time I try, I go back.
When did I start? I was about 14 years old. It was right before I went into high school, and I was home alone that day. If you had told me then it would have been this big of a deal to me now, I would have never believed you. I just thought it would be a one-time thing.
It wasn't that long ago. I've only tried it a couple times. I guess I was 11, the first time my friend got me to try it.
I mean, I guess it all started when I got into a relationship with this guy when I was like 16. I know he might not be the perfect boyfriend, but he really loves me. And I only started because I wanted to make him just as happy as he makes me.
The very first time, honestly, I think I was 7, maybe 8. It was an accident then, but after that, it was the first thing I ran to every time I was alone.
You really want me to say it out loud?
If you think it'll help.
I don't know if I would call it that.
But yeah, sure.
I'm addicted to pornography. I was spending the night at my friend's house, and he started pulling up videos on his phone. I didn't ask him to, but I also didn't tell him to stop. From there, he started sending me links.
I wasn't super comfortable with what I was seeing right away. My boyfriend was really encouraging me to explore different things with him.
It feels like this should just be a guy's problem. I was just searching pictures for a project, and I clicked on this picture to download it, and it took me to this other website. It's definitely not what I meant to do, but I had never really watched it before, and I was curious. I wish I would have looked away.
I remember going into my dad's office and getting on his computer to play games. And as soon as I pulled up, there were videos already pulled up. I didn't even know what porn was when I was that young. But I figured if my dad was watching it, it couldn't have been that bad.
I just want someone to help me. I tried to ask my friends if they had dealt with it, and they just laughed at me.
My boyfriend and his friends actually made fun of me when I told them I wanted to stop.
I've tried to talk to pastors about it, but no one ever actually gave me the steps or the accountability. They just told me you needed to stop. And obviously, I already knew that.
The only time I brought it up in front of other girls, they looked at me like I was disgusting.
Nobody ever talks about this. Sure, I've heard my pastor say not to watch it, but I never really knew why. I never knew how much it would consume my thoughts.
I hate to say it out loud, but I don't look at women the same way anymore. Not even my wife.
Sometimes I feel like my boyfriend would rather be with the girls in those videos than be with me.
It honestly makes me feel dirty. It's just the only thing that can bring me down after a bad day.
If only someone had told me it would be this hard to quit.
If my dad hadn't pulled up those videos.
If my boyfriend hadn't pressured me.
If my parents had ever warned me about what I was seeing.
If someone had told me girls struggle with it too.
If anyone ever talked about porn, maybe I wouldn't be addicted. Maybe I could sleep without watching a video before bed.
Maybe I could stop comparing myself to every girl I see.
Maybe I could be open with my parents.
Maybe I can look at my wife in her eyes again.
But you never want to talk about it.
Am I making you feel uncomfortable?
Is this a hard subject?
I get it if you don't want to talk to me about this.
Maybe I should just keep it to myself.
But if porn is the one drug that the average 12-year-old has already seen, the drug that we spend $14 billion a year on, the drug that makes up 35% of all online downloads, why don't any of us feel comfortable enough to talk about it? If this is such a universal problem, why does it feel so isolated?
The average age today for someone to see porn for the first time is 11 years old.
1 in 6 women admit to watching porn on a regular basis.
20% of all mobile searches are pornographic in nature.
88% of porn displays some type of sexual violence, and over 40% of women will encounter sexual abuse in their lifetime.
Porn is the most accessible drug in the U.S. today.
You have heard that it was said, you shall not commit adultery.
But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart.
If your right eye caused you to stumble, gouge it out and throw it away.
For it is better for you to lose one part of your body than for your whole body to be thrown into hell.
God's word is clear.
We're supposed to flee.
Run from sexual immorality.
So porn is the new drug?
When will you talk about it?
Yeah!